Okay, so welcome to the Duck Dive. Today we're going to be like really diving deep into this whole world of health and fitness and biohacking,
Yeah,
you know.
it's a huge topic.
Right.
So much to cover, but we've got some good sources here.
Yeah, we've got a lot of interesting stuff and we really want to try to like boil it down to, you know, the the things that'll make a difference.
Yeah,
To
absolutely.
make it actionable for you listening.
Actionable and practical, right?
Practical.
Not just theory, but things that you can implement in your daily life
Right.
to see results.
So I think like when most people think about health and fitness, they immediately go to like appearance,
Hmm.
right? Like, oh, I wanna look good, for whatever, the wedding or whatever. But
But it goes so much deeper than that.
yeah, like so much deep.
It's mental health, it's energy levels,
Totally.
longevity, it's how you feel throughout the day, not just how you look in the mirror.
Right.
You know,
Right. And actually that's what a lot of the sources that we looked at talk about. Is like, yeah,
right.
looking good is a byproduct
Mhm.
of feeling good, you know?
And feeling good sustainably, right?
Yeah.
Not just for a short period of time,
Right.
but creating habits and changes that last.
Exactly. Exactly. So, I mean, there was a great example in one of these things about this woman named Lisa
Hmm.
who was, getting ready for her wedding
Okay.
and wanted to like, lose weight like so many people do for their wedding.
Right.
And she actually started incorporating strength training,
Oh,
which we'll talk about in a minute.
yeah.
And she really focused on improving her sleep.
Interesting.
And what she found was that like,
Yeah.
yeah, she lost weight,
Okay.
but she also like her energy just got so much better, her digestion was better, her mood was better.
Wow.
And she realized like, oh wow, like it's not just about the weight loss.
Mhm.
It's about how I feel every day.
It's about all those other things
Yeah.
that contribute to that overall sense of well-being.
Yeah. Yeah. So, one of the things that these sources really, really kind of like go after is this idea that
Yeah.
cardio is the best way to lose weight.
Right. I think that's been kind of a prevailing notion.
Yeah, like you just got to get on the treadmill or elliptical or whatever and just sweat it out.
Mm-hmm.
But what these sources actually suggest is that strength training,
Yeah.
when combined with good nutrition, is really
It's more effective.
more effective.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I know some women are like, I don't want to strength train because I don't want to get bulky.
Right. That's a common concern.
Right. But actually, women don't have the same hormones as men
Exactly.
and they don't bulk up the same way. Well,
Exactly.
strength training is a really good way to get lean and toned.
Yeah, it's about building that lean muscle mass, which actually helps you burn more calories at rest.
Right.
So it has that long-term effect as well.
Yeah, so there was an example in one of these things about this person that they were just doing tons and tons of cardio and they weren't really seeing results.
Oh.
And then they switched it up to doing, regular strength training and they were like walking every day.
Okay.
And they saw a huge difference.
Yeah, and probably not just in how they looked, but how they felt.
Totally.
Their energy levels, their overall well-being.
Absolutely. Another thing that these sources really go after is supplements.
Oh yeah, that's a big one.
Right.
Yep.
Like you don't need all these crazy supplements, these
Yeah.
fat burners and detox teas and all this.
You walk into a supplement store and you feel like you need to buy everything.
Totally. And it's like, what these sources really emphasize is like, if you just focus on your diet, getting enough sleep and hydration.
Those are the fundamentals,
Right.
the foundation of everything.
Yeah.
Eat real food, get enough protein, manage your stress.
Yeah.
You're already ahead of most people.
Yeah. Yeah, totally. So,
And then you can, if you need to, you can fine tune with supplements later.
right. If you need to.
But those are not the first thing you should be focusing on.
Yeah, get the basics right.
Exactly.
Okay. So let's talk about something kind of cool and
Yeah.
a little out there.
Okay.
Biohacking.
Biohacking.
So,
What comes to mind when you hear that term?
I mean, I think of like, people like sticking chips in their arms and stuff.
Right. It sounds very futuristic, very techy,
Right.
but it's really about understanding your own biology
Right.
and using that knowledge to optimize your health.
Yeah. Yeah. So one of the things that came up a lot was cold showers.
Cold showers, ice baths.
Ice baths.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm ready for that.
It's not for everyone, but it can be really beneficial.
Really?
Yeah, it can help reduce stress, improve recovery from workouts.
Okay.
It might even boost your metabolism a bit.
So like, how does that work?
Well, when you expose your body to cold temperatures,
Mm-hmm.
It triggers a release of norepinephrine,
Norepinephrine.
which is a hormone and a neurotransmitter
Oh, wow.
that can actually improve your mood and focus.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, and there's some evidence that it might activate brown fat,
Brown fat.
which helps burn calories.
Oh,
So it's not just about willpower.
yeah.
There's a physiological response happening.
Right. That makes sense.
Yeah.
So like, how cold are we talking?
Well, there was an example in the material of someone who does a 3-minute cold plunge after every workout.
3 minutes.
Yeah, they describe it as a mental reset.
I don't know if I could do 3 minutes.
It takes some getting used to,
Yeah.
but the benefits can be worth it.
Okay.
For some people, not everyone, of course.
Right, right. What else is there?
Intermittent fasting,
Okay,
IFF.
I have. So I've heard a lot about that.
It's become quite popular.
It has, but I'm not really sure what it is.
It's not so much a diet as it is an eating schedule. It's about when you eat, not necessarily what you eat.
Gotcha.
So like a common method is 16-8,
16
where you have an 8-hour window for eating,
Okay.
and then you fast for the remaining 16 hours.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah. And this can have benefits for energy levels, digestion, fat loss.
Hmm.
And some research suggests it might even promote something called autophagy,
Autophagy.
which is basically your body cleaning out damaged cells.
Wow, that's amazing.
It's like a cellular spring cleaning.
Right, right. So like, if I wanted to try that, how would I do it?
Well, you could pick an 8-hour window that works for your schedule.
Okay.
Like maybe you eat from noon to 8 p.m.,
Okay.
and then you just make sure you don't eat anything outside of that window.
Gotcha.
It's important to listen to your body, though.
Right.
Especially for women, the material emphasizes that
Yeah.
because hormones can play a big role.
Right, right.
So you might need to adjust your fasting window based on your cycle.
Yeah, that's a good point.
It's not one size fits all.
No, it's not.
You got to personalize it.
Okay, so what about sleep?
Sleep.
Yeah.
Is that biohacking?
It's one of the most fundamental biohacks.
Real.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Because it's so crucial for hormone regulation, metabolism, everything.
Right.
You can be doing everything else right, but if you're not sleeping well, it's going to sabotage your efforts.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So optimizing your sleep is huge.
Okay, so how do you do that?
Well, the sources have some great tips,
Okay.
like using blue light blockers in the evening
Oh, yeah, I've heard of those.
to reduce the impact of screens on your sleep cycle,
Right.
making sure you're getting enough magnesium,
Magnesium?
which can help with muscle relaxation and sleep,
Hmm.
and even keeping your bedroom cool.
Really?
Yeah, temperature plays a big role in sleep quality.
Interesting.
So those are some simple things you can do
Okay.
to improve your sleep.
So we've talked about a lot of concepts, but how do we know this stuff actually works? Well, the sources provide some compelling examples
Okay, good.
of real people who have seen amazing results.
Yeah.
Like there's this one person who was constantly fatigued.
Mm,
They had low energy all the time,
yeah.
and they focused on improving their gut health
Okay.
by changing their diet, eating whole foods,
Right.
and their energy levels skyrocketed.
Wow.
It's amazing how much of a difference those foundational changes can make.
Yeah.
And then there's another person who was pre-diabetic,
Oh, wow.
and they reversed it
Really?
by simply walking more every day and cutting back on processed sugar.
So small changes
Small changes, consistent habits.
can make a big difference.
Exactly.
That's really encouraging.
It's not about being perfect. It's about making sustainable changes
Yeah.
that you can stick with.
So to wrap things up, we've covered a lot of ground here.
We have.
We talked about fitness myths, like the idea that cardio is the only way to lose weight. We explored biohacking techniques like cold showers and intermittent fasting. And we looked at real-life examples of how these things can make a difference.
And the overarching theme is that health and fitness are about so much more than just how you look.
Totally.
It's about how you feel, your energy, your mental clarity,
Right.
your longevity. It's
Right.
about optimizing your whole being.
So as you're listening to this, I want you to think about one small thing that you can do this week to improve your health.
Yeah. What's one actionable step you can take?
Right.
It could be adding a 10-minute walk to your day,
Right.
trying a 30-second cold shower,
Right.
putting away your phone an hour before bed,
Yeah.
anything that moves you in the right direction.
Yeah.
Remember, investing in your health is investing in your future.
Absolutely.
It's the most important investment you can make.
Couldn't agree more.
Yeah.
Thanks for joining us on The Deep Dive.
We'll see you